But what do you think to Meghan then? Because she's now moving on to a sort of lesser platform, as though it's her choice. Lemonada, I think it is, or something. And doing smaller things, another podcast.
Smaller, I guess, a podcast remit for her. I'm sure it will grab audiences and, you know, further down the line, we'll probably be talking about what she speaks about and what guests she brings on. Let's hope she can actually be in the same room as these guests this time when they actually speak on the podcast, because there was talks afterwards where she tried to get people on, but she wasn't going to be in the same room as them. Well, if you're going to do a podcast, it would be nice to actually be in the same room as the guests, no?
Well, if you can be, yes. You know, I think if you can be, then if they're around the corner...
Yes,
then
if they're around the corner. Yeah. Well, that's also a whole nother conversation, isn't it? But I think this move to another smaller podcast realm will enable her to perhaps have a little bit more control over the narrative of the podcast, which for her is a massive plus.
Do you think? I thought she was in control of the last one. I'm pretty sure she was.
Well, Spotify also did push back and said we do need more.
That was the problem,
and I think that was the issue, and then got met with a, well, I can't give more sort of attitude. So perhaps this will allow her to have a bit more control of the narrative. And I'm actually interested to see what else, you know, she can say.
What is it that guy said? Was it the guy from Spotify who called them grifters? Do you remember that? That was very funny, to be fair. Do you think that Harry and Meghan are on the same page when it comes to it? Because if you consider that Harry may be kicked out of America, he might be. He did, you know, if he hasn't admitted that he's taken drugs on the form, they may consider it, because it wouldn't be fair if they're prepared to throw people like Nigella Lawson out, but not.
This is true.
But not him. Why should he get a special?
Well, quite. I think Harry has also expressed in the last week or so how much he enjoys his life over there. His children are there, Meghan is there, and you can obviously tell how much he is in love with Meghan. And of course, his children, he wants to be there for them. But in terms of, you know, future plans in 10 years or so, I mean, I'm probably going to say something and then I'm going to look back on it and think, oh, why have I said that? But I don't think that Harry, you know, will want to be there in 10 years' time, because he'll have exposed all of the secrets of the royal family. He's had the book deal. He's had everything. What else more is there to say? I think there is part of him that's grown up, and he'll want to, you know, feed his inner child and come back to the UK and be closer to his family, especially, you know, in 10 years or so when the king is more elderly. He'll want to be close to his family.
You'd think, wouldn't you?
You'd think.
But remember what
that
happened
would be
with
the
Prince
natural instinct. But then he would have to bring all of his children and his wife over at the same time, which I think will be the issue.
They haven't even, both haven't even met the king. Only one of them. That's really, I think that's tragic. The kids have yet to meet their grandparents properly. I think it's, I don't know what they're thinking. But then when I say grandparents, I also mean Meghan's family as well.
Yes.
Because obviously she has yet to take her children to meet her dad.
Yeah, I mean, they've obviously got a close relationship with Doria, Meghan's mum, but yeah.
It's tragic. Pandora Forsyth, thank you very much.